Hey everybody, joining a little survival. So today we're going to be doing a spring pole trap with a counterweight on the end of it. So it's a little bit of a different trap. I think it's pretty efficient and honestly it's deadly. So let's get to it. All right guys, so first things first is we're going to find a place to put our trap in the first place, right? So obviously well-worn game trails, sure, going to use them. Don't really know exactly what's going to come along the trail, so that's just kind of life from trapping, honestly. Don't know if the trap's going to be good enough for what you might catch. Again, a heavy raccoon getting caught in this kind of thing probably would not work very well. It might shoot forward and strangle itself. Who knows? A squirrel might be too small for this thing to actually do a net catch, might do a body catch, but hey, you got a squirrel either way. What I'm going for is kind of a medium-sized small game animal around here, which is a rabbit. That's kind of what I'm building this for. And what you want to do is have these two stakes in the ground. Each one has a 7-notch carved into it, right? So all they did was cut these branches of pine tree, measured them up, or I guess lined them up really, made a little mark here, made the 7 notches. You do want the stakes to be somewhat the same level. It's okay if they're a little off, but not too much. And when you put them in the ground, guys, you want one facing this way, the other facing the opposite. That way the crossbar can come off either way. So anyways, we're gonna bury them in the ground, whatever depth you need it to be, just so they're sturdy. Sure they're gonna be in there somewhat. Then your crossbar, guys, you're gonna want to put cabin notches in. Okay. That way you can sit there, have this line up. This does take a bit of finicking around with, but as you guys can see, I'm pulling up lightly on this, and it's keeping this crossbar in place. So now we just got to put a slip knot loop right here. Pretend the crossbars are there, or the stakes, excuse me. That way that's attached to here, and the rest of it is attached to the counterweight. So when the animal comes through either direction and knocks this loose, counterweight shoots up, and then you basically strangle the animal to death. So very easy, very efficient. Set this up, guys, so you can see it in action. All right, guys, so we got our trap all set up and complete. Again, this is the counterweight spring pole trap. So what we're going to do here is going to have it on a game trail, well worn. Going to go for, like, say, the medium-sized small game animal, a rabbit in our case. Going to have the two stakes here, 7 notches facing the opposite way. Log cabin notches in here to help secure it in place. Cordage tied up here to the very tip top of your counterweight. And obviously when you make this counterweight, you want this to be clear where it can fall down without any hindrance. I already cut a small branch roughly right there out of the way. So what we're going to do is set this up, throw my hatchet into here. You guys can see how this works out. All right, folks. So what I'm going to do is check my hatchet into this little noose here so we see how this works. And yeah, nothing matter to do. 1, 2, 3. The animal freaks out, goes up in the tree. Bam. Now, granted, obviously it's not going to slide out like it did. The animal's neck would be right here. Could be an issue if the animal's alive. There's a tree here, sees a squirrel or even a rabbit can kind of cling to this. But you know, either way, you have an animal caught in a trap. Make sure you have something to dispatch it with, whether it's a wooden club or a tool of some kind. But either way, you guys will have prey, you'll have food, and just another easy, simple trap to throw underneath the tool belt. Get out there, practice, guys, and as always, stay frosty, prep up. Yeah, bless.